SOE-GBT Clacc, man, I'm back with another reaction video. This Reactions TV. Yeah, we got G-Face, man. Got G-Face, man. And then we got G-Face. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? They gave it 25 years, man. Hey, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. You don't believe me? Just watch the video, man. They watch the video. You hear me? If you don't believe me, you got 25 years, you don't believe me, just watch the video. Maybe like, baby. Here we go. Hey man, y'all people need to start paying attention on the road, man. Y'all need to be careful on the road, bro. The fuck? I don't know what people got going on, bro. Everybody make commotion about guns and shit, gun violence and shit, car violence. Let's speak on car violence, man. Shit, nigga, cars killing motherfuckers faster than the motherfucking gun is. Shit, motherfucker need to. It's a lot of shit. It ain't just guns that's killing motherfuckers. It ain't just knives that's killing motherfuckers. The government killing motherfuckers. All that shit. Come on now. Talk about guns. That shit going on in the hood. Everybody want to talk about shit that's going on in the hood. Just talk about what's going on outside the hood. You feel me? Everybody's so in tune with the fuck going on in the hood. Them motherfuckers don't even live in the hood. So why the fuck do you care about what's going on in the hood? You feel me? This shit going on everywhere, bro. You feel me? Let's get into this shit though, man. You motherfuckers, fuck you motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. Keep the negative comments coming. I'm still coming. You feel me? How we gonna do it? I don't give a fuck, man.
Business out there, it becomes everyone's. But when you put other people's business out, you become a target. The feds have officially indicted none other than 39-year-old Yuri Clacc, who's more commonly known as
You texting for me?
G-Face. If you're subscribed to No Jumper, you've likely seen G-Face before. An Armenian immigrant, G-Face would gain notoriety for his ties to the Southsiders, a predominantly Mexican gang with historic roots stretching from Los Angeles and all throughout the California.
How much do you sell your candy pickles for? Just make her 3 of them. Or make her 1 of those, or 2 of those, and a little 5. How much you say a grape, the little small grape tray for? She just do the grape tray and do a pickle. You hear me? Put a grape in the pickle.
California prison system. Before his interview with No Jumper, G-Face could be seen alongside controversial rapper Swifty Blue in a video that went viral warning visitors of Los Angeles to check in.
Gangland, the southern side. I'm right here with the homie from White Fence. Check it out. If you ever in Los Angeles and you out here handling business, make sure you tap in with some solid homies for your own security. The streets is dangerous. If you're not tapped in, you will get stepped on. Believe that. You will.
This is what I be saying, bro. Yeah, that's probably okay. That's probably true for niggas that ain't from California. You know what I'm saying? Now let them niggas come down here to Tennessee or something. Nigga, it's gonna be the same way here. You think because them niggas from California, they coming down here that they gonna have the most juice? No. Nigga, you coming to another city, another state, nigga, you gotta, hell nah, nigga. Shit, gee, obviously, I don't understand you from California, but shit, nigga, out this way is different. Nigga, gang banging different, all that shit. Real talk. So, I mean, California do that shit, but half of them niggas don't never leave they state. They push that checking in shit, and they've been in that state for 30 years, 40 years, all their life. come out of your state and do the same and try to do the same thing you telling everybody else to do. Come check in. When you come out here, you gotta check in. You feel me? Come on now. That shit weird. Check in, nigga. I ain't checking in nowhere, nigga. The fuck? I ain't checking in nowhere. And they got a problem with that shit, nigga. Fuck that. Hell nah. They can do whatever. Fucking nigga gotta check in. I'm grown ass man. Nigga telling nigga to check in. Fuck. What you need some bread? You ain't getting no money out of me, nigga. Fuck, this ain't no extortion. That's what that is. That's extortion, homie. Niggas think they extorting niggas down there in Cali. You niggas can't extort nobody, bro. Come on now. That's what people gotta understand, bro. Just because you from a city or a state, bro, that's dangerous, don't mean they got another city or state that ain't dangerous, bro. Shit.
Bull get stepped on. Believe that. The streets is dangerous. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Bop, bop, bop.
Swifty Blue would speak highly of G-Face to Adam 22, securing him a no-jumper interview that would gain over 500,000 views. G-Face would describe moving from Armenia to Los Angeles at a young age and eventually losing his cousin to gang violence. Adapting to the culture, G-Face would claim at only 15, he was arrested for 2 attempted murders on the same thing that took his cousin's life. According to G-Face, he wouldn't be released until he was 34.
I'm from West LA. I'm from White Fence. I went to prison at the age of 15, so I wasn't really out here in the scene. I'm 38 years old now. I went to prison at the age of 15. I got out at 34. I got charged as an adult.
So what did you do that you got like 20 years?
Basically, my charge was attempted murder, 2 attempted murders, dropped down to the attempted manslaughter, and 3 counts of armed robbery.
Now, this interview with
Bro, an attempted murder don't get dropped down to manslaughter, bro. I don't think I ever heard of attempted murder getting dropped down to manslaughter. I heard of a murder getting dropped down to manslaughter. Nigga, I had an attempt. It dropped down to aggravated assault. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hit the nigga in the legs. You feel me? But nigga, shit. It is what it is. But I ain't never heard no nigga that. Hey, I want to look that up real quick. I know I ain't never heard no nigga get. It might be true, but I ain't never heard no nigga. Oh, okay. So in California, that's how it is. Other states got different. Yeah, certain other places got different codes, but I guess in California, hell yeah, I mean, you get the that's crazy.
he would spiral into a gang of conspiracy theories and accusations.
I don't know how he get 30. I don't know how many years he went in at 15 and got at 34. He did 19 years, bro. He did 19 years.
I'm from West LA. I'm from White Fence. I went to prison at the age of 15, so I wasn't really out here in the scene. I'm 38 years old now. I went to prison at the age of 15. I got out at 34. I got charged as an adult.
So what did you do that you got like 20 years?
Basically, my charge was attempted murder, 2 attempted murders, dropped down to the attempted manslaughter, and 3 counts of armed robbery.
Now, this interview with Spiral.
Okay, so he got about 14 years off of. He got about 14 years off of the manslaughter charges for the attempted manslaughter. And he must have got the other 10 for. He must have got 5 apiece for the two armed robberies. So I mean that makes sense though. It kind of makes sense if he was that age and got in, but. I don't know though, bro. That still ain't making no sense. Unless he must have got charged 8 and something apiece for those bitches. Nigga, they already offered you 14. They didn't drop none of the other shits. They didn't drop them other 2.
A gang of conspiracy theories and accusations. Not only photos, but whole songs dug up showing a younger, less tatted, no beard having G-Face, rapping by the name Lil Ghost and claiming a gang known as Armenian Power.
Fuck all you rap bastards snitching and shit. Who's that tipping in the drop top pins? Lil Ghost Capone sitting on 20-inch rims. Got the Glock on my side, extra clip for backup. Extended clips in case these busters act up.
This would contradict his original story of being from White Fence 13, a known rival of Armenian Power. Rumors began circulating that G-Face or Ghostface or Lil Ghost was attempting to cover up his past. Not long after, he'd be accused of snitching, and appeal transcripts would be discovered stating Ghost, aka Yuri, testified and identified in court the man that shot at him. Wack 100 would even confront G-Face to his face about the paperwork.
So Yuri is a dude that...
No, Yuri's me. You talking
Yuri
about
is you.
Yeah.
Yuri admitted
Harmonious.
that at the preliminary hearing, he identified Abrahamian as the driver and the person who shot at him. And he had told the police that Skinny was the only person in the car. Is this real or fake? That's what that come down to.
I got the real paperwork right here.
So you saying this is fake work?
Name and everything. Look. Check this out.
G-Face was now starting to feel the heat, but didn't even know the feds were about to raise the temperature. A federal indictment would reveal Yuri, aka Ghost, and his wife were now facing federal charges for conspiring to commit wire fraud, committing wire fraud, and engaging in a monetary transaction in property derived from unlawful activity.
Damn.
Midterms are starting next week, so with tough school times like this, it is important to set
niggas,
yourself
that shit
up
don't
for
last
success.
long, bro.
Use Grammarly like every single day.
And these niggas doing it like they can run a business.
The
They ain't
fact
got a
that
business
the
of their own
paperwork
for
says
real.
Ghost instead of G-Face also seems to confirm his previous alias, as he's documented as Ghost, the one from Armenian Power. So how the fuck did this happen? According to the indictment, Yuri and Yelena owned 2 businesses together and shared a bank account. Between July 2020 and June of 2021, the feds alleged the couple applied for small business loans and PPP loans by falsifying business documents. They'd received 2 loans worth $290,000 on top of a PPP loan worth $20,000. So why is this news? Well, it just so happens that while G-Face was on No Jumper telling prison war stories, in reality, his face was no good. No matter who you are, if you've been to prison, you know there's always a cell waiting for you, and the wrong move will have guards welcoming you back home. G-Face knew he had a target on his back, and his only way to get out was to expose the past he's been hiding. A motion for review of magistrate's order of detention would be filed on Yuri's behalf. The feds want to keep him in custody, and this was Yuri's lawyer's chance to explain why he's a good citizen and should be released from custody until trial. It would also state he has
I'm surprised nigga ain't took his ass down yet.
Concerns about his safety during his detention. His lawyer would state although Yuri has led a colorful life, he is neither a flight risk nor a danger to the community. He has a wife, 3 children, a house, numerous relatives, and a remarkable, thriving new business. In short, he has every incentive to stay in the United States. Leaving the U.S. would not only destroy his business, but also put his family and himself at risk. Yuri has been a target of the Mexican mafia since 2006, when he was stabbed repeatedly and left for dead. He cooperated against the mafia members who stabbed him and has been forced to live with a green light hit hanging over his head. Since that time, there has been several attempts and threats on his life, including recently, and he has had weapons in the house to defend himself. Come to find out, Yuri isn't even a U.S. citizen and is a documented alien. According to his lawyer, he came to the U.S. at only 9 years old, and he checks in with ICE once a year, providing all of his information. His entire family is now in the U.S. He's been married for 13 years and has 3 kids aged 16, 13, and 5. He's responsible for taking care of his mother and mother-in-law, as his father and father-in-law both passed away. Opening a trucking company, he started with 1 truck and 1 driver before expanding into a thriving business. Then in late 2022, early 2023, he came up with an idea. Knowing the most difficult part of the trucking business is starting it, he offered to mentor anyone willing to pay his one-time $5,000 consulting fee. In his first year, he had over 700 customers, grossing $3.5 million legitimate dollars. For all of these reasons, ICE has chosen not to deport him. Unfortunately for Yuri, he didn't become a legit millionaire until after committing fraud, and now it was coming back to bite him. Yuri was now begging for a bond as his business depends on it, and each day spent in jail is another day his success fades away. Giving more reasons as to why Yuri is a flight risk, it would state in 2012 he caught a case and never attempted to leave. His lawyer would state if he were to flee to Armenia, it would almost certainly be a death sentence, as he cannot protect himself there the way he can in the US. It would expose him in a way that he has not been exposed in years, and would make it easy for the Mexican mafia to have him killed. Now, holy shit. This sounds nothing like the stories told on No Jumper. And if my math is math, and Yuri was born in 85. So if he got locked up at 15, that would have been the year 2000. And if he was stabbed in 2006, that means he was stabbed in prison by the Mexican mafia and cooperated against them at only 21 years old. But if he served a 20-year sentence, he's 39 years old and was released at 34. That means he's only been home for 5 years.
5 years.
So how the fuck was he married for 13 with a 16-year-old, 13-year-old, and 5-year-old kid? And he caught another outside charge in 2012, unless he lied about it all.
Bro,
according to Yuri's lawyer, Yuri was not a danger to the...
You went to prison at 15, right? Right. You got a 10-year-old, I think he said 10-year-old, 12-year-old, and a 16-year-old. How the fuck did you do 20 years? Damn, nigga, you had your 16-year-old when you was 10, then you... That nigga had his 16-year-old when he was 10. That's possible, though, I guess, ain't it? It's possible. He had his 10-year-old when he... Yeah, this motherfucking... His 16-year-old when he was 10. Damn, then how the hell did he had the other ones?
The community, he is an asset. To understand his current position, it is necessary to review his history, both criminal and as a government witness. In 2000, at 15 years old, Yuri was arrested for second-degree robbery. The circumstance of the robbery did not involve a gun, and he was arrested for $40 from a person sentenced to 4 years in prison and given 2 strikes. So G-Face completely lied on No Jumper about avenging his dead cousin, attempting to murder 2 rivals, and doing 20 straight years in prison. In fact, the DEA became involved with Yuri back in 2005 when he was only 20 and began using him as an informant. He provided the DEA with names and evidence against several people that resulted in arrests and convictions. The government does not dispute his involvement with the DEA and his cooperation.
I played LeBron James at basketball yesterday. Beat his ass. He only had 2 points. I had 16. Over with. He ain't want to play no more. Real shit. You look that shit up. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all the shit myself. You feel me? That's what G-Face did. Nigga Wack had the paperwork right there, and he trying to go on his phone and find and show him true paperwork. Talking about this true paperwork. Nigga, it's on your phone. How the fuck do we know it's true paperwork? The fuck, Wack went online and found it. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? It should be the same paperwork. Unless you did some weird shit on your phone to the paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
Several arrests were made, including members of the Mexican mafia. It became clear to the community that Yuri was an informant. Word was put out that he was a snitch and needed to be taken out. And shortly after, he'd be attacked by 2 men and stabbed multiple times. He managed to survive, but it would take months to fully recover. The Glendale Police Department pressured Yuri to give up the names of the 2 men who stabbed him so they could arrest them. At first, Yuri was reluctant because he knew it would lead to more retaliation, but the detective insisted, even threatening him with jail if he didn't reveal the names. Yuri was assured they'd be arrested and he wouldn't have to testify, so he gave up the names and they were arrested for attempted murder. Neither man would take a plea, meaning Yuri now had to testify, and it only took a little convincing before Yuri agreed and testified against them. He knew doing so would increase the pressure on him as a target of the Mexican mafia, and he later learned he was number 1 on their hit list. The government back then realized he was in danger and arranged for him to move to Atlanta and start a new life. The move didn't go well, and he moved back to Los Angeles with his family. Within 1 year of moving back, he was attacked, and Yuri stabbed one of the men, sending him to the hospital. Yuri refused to cooperate at this point. He told the officers the reason he's in the position he's in is because he cooperated before, and he was never going to do it again. It was explained to him if he did not cooperate, he would likely be charged, as you can't go a self-defense route without cooperation. But for the first time in Yuri's criminal life, he'd actually do something honorable. He told the police he'd rather do prison time than put himself and his family further at risk. If only he thought like that before becoming a whole DEA fucking informant, he would have avoided all of this. Yuri would end up being arrested for the stabbing and took a plea sending him to prison for the next 7 to 8 years. Law enforcement was aware of him being an informant, and the Mexican mafia hit on him, so he was placed in protective custody. When he was released, he wanted to start a new life, but he still had the potential hit hanging over him. He moved to a location where he could not be found and started his trucking business. Finding success, he'd move his family into a home where he has put in larger walls, iron gates, 35 cameras, and part-time security. Yuri's lawyer would go out of his way to show that in 2024, the hit over Yuri's head is still very much active. To underscore the ongoing threat, Yuri received a recent Instagram message from someone named Bozo, who sent him a picture of his house with the message that his days are numbered. In one of the pictures, his wife, daughter, and dog are all visible. The Instagram message is saved on his phone that the police took during the search, and if they bring the phone to court, Yuri can show the threatening Instagram message. So apparently Yuri still isn't done snitching, and his online beef with Bozo is documented through social media.
So when I did this whole YouTube shit, what I did was I was going to show my fans, haters, whoever's watching, nothing but realness, 100% authenticity. Bro, I'm too rich for you to go to war with me, dog. Think about this. I could drop $40,000 right now for one of your little homies to off you, dog. You saying I'm a snitch. Why are you not doing something about it?
Yuri's entire criminal history would be summed up with the robbery for $40, stabbing someone, attacking him for snitching, and a fight in 2020 with one of his childhood friends. Yuri would plead guilty to felony assault with a deadly weapon and do 3 months in jail. At no point was he charged with attempted murder. At all times, he was in protective custody. And currently, G-Face is being held inside the San Bernardino County Jail in protective custody because of threats on his life for being a DEA informant. When the feds raided G-Face's home, they'd find an unregistered handgun in a bush, multiple guns in a safe, and $20,000 in cash. His lawyer would state the guns were for self-defense, and the guns in the safe were registered to his wife, who applied for the Los Angeles Police Department. His lawyer would also highlight how even though G-Face is in protective custody, that is no guarantee that he can be protected. Michael Torres, a Mexican mafia member, was recently stabbed to death in the LA County Jail while in administrative segregation and thought to be untouchable. Yuri understands he's likely facing prison time for his federal charges and is begging the courts to release him to not only save his business, but so he can relocate his family to protect them. With all that being said, federal prosecutors don't give a fuck and don't want him released. If anyone was unsure about G-Face snitching, his own lawyer would confirm he's the textbook definition of a fucking rat. And you think with all that money G-Face made, his lawyers would have attempted to seal these documents from getting released. But no, his whole case is publicly available. His whole life story has been a fabrication made up in an attempt to find internet fame. And even though he found legitimate success, his past caught up with him. With any and all Fed cases, it can be expected that G-Face goes to federal prison, but with his history of snitchery and the fact that he's charged with fraud, he'll most likely end up at a camp full of inmates just like him. Yuri, or G-Face, is a real example of how snitching can and does carry consequence. He's been stabbed, hospitalized, and targeted almost half his life because he chose to be an informant. He'd change his name, change his gang, and create a new storyline for the internet while flashing money and paying for friendships he never had. He'd recreate who he wanted to be while denying who he was. And now at 39 years old, he's back in a cell on the verge of losing it all as his past has once again become his present.
Crazy. Man, that's crazy, man. That's a lot of niggas, though. That ain't just G-Face. It's a lot of niggas that you know fuckers don't even talk shit about, bro. Y'all talk shit about me, but nigga, you don't even know, nigga. I'm a calm ass nigga, but nigga be the one to do your ass stupid. Sure. I don't be on here talking that bullshit like them niggas talk. Nigga, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? What he talking about? He talking about he went to prison at 15, nigga. Shit. Nigga, ain't no way. Nigga, I would never cap and say I went to fucking prison at 15. Nigga, I went to prison at 18. He want cap like he went to prison young as shit. Like, get out of here, bro. You ain't get it. No, ain't no way. The fuck? Capping ass niggas. Niggas be cap out the ass out here, bro. Some motherfucking thing, nigga. Hell no. Shit crazy. And man, make sure I hit that like, that subscribe button, man. Share my channel, man. Share my channel. Damn, excuse me. Share my channel. Feel me? That time, man, it's global. Feel me?